E aí, rapaziada, tudo legal? Bora de mais um vídeo pra vocês! Yeah.
I can't get that manuscript page out of my head. I've never seen killers reach out so directly before.
Damn impressive work so far. With your technique, these hunches were moving fast.
I wasn't sure about taking a case so far from home, but I'm thrilled to be here for this mystery. Need to swing by the lodge to get anything from the field office?
No, I'm all set.
I'll park there anyway. I want to walk to the diner, get a feel for the town. The diner's just up the waterfront. Shouldn't keep the sheriff and our witnesses waiting.
I smell coffee.
Hello.
E aí? Como é que vai a vida? É só isso que você fala? Hello? Hello? Pode vir pra cá?
Any interesting guests lately? Any good finds?
I'm gonna go check something out.
But someone
Be
left
right
a great
back.
surprise under their bed for housekeeping. They went nuts.
So, that's what all that screaming was about?
Either that, or the couple on their honeymoon.
When you guys said nothing ever happens in this town, you weren't kidding. Not on the surface, at least.
Or in the public eye.
Okay, I'm gonna get back.
Merceda won't roll over on the issues.
Não vai ter nada, não.
Welcome back, Anderson.
Mr.
Just how much
Anderson.
coffee have you had today, Charlie?
Don't know, don't care. How much have you had? Not enough. That's how much. Never enough coffee. Oh, that
Café
rich,
nunca é de mês.
bittersweet nectar. Get it in Coffee World. Get it where you can. Get it now.
Jesus, Charlie.
Not to toot my own horn, but I am pretty darn sure my, I mean our float, will be the belle of the ball at this year's
Oh
Beer Fest.
dear.
Just a few more days.
Cute.
Desce um B no lugar do D.
The FBI. Welcome to Bright Falls. It's nice to have you here. I got you both some coffee. Oh, it's Washington's finest.
Nice to meet you, Sheriff. I'm set for coffee.
You know, I wouldn't say no to another.
I'm Agent Saga Anderson. This is Agent Alex Casey.
Tim Breaker. And let me just say, I'm happy you two are here. Frankly, we could use the help.
Your deputies said you had a couple of witnesses here.
They made them sound like suspects.
Mulligan and Thornton are still on about that? No, the Bookers don't strike me as the murdering type, but you can decide for yourselves. They're just inside having coffee and pie to calm their nerves.
I'll see what they have to say. Casey, you compare notes with the sheriff.
Take your time. We've looked through the case files you sent over, Sheriff. Have you had many people besides the known victims go missing?
Sure. But it's slowed down ever since Cauldron Lake was fenced off.
Let me guess. Missing person cases spiked around 2010. The fence was built just after.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Take it easy.
Excuse me. I'm Agent Saga Anderson. Are you the Bookers?
That's us. I'm Tammy, and he's Ed.
Hello, officer.
Just Saga is fine, Ed.
So, are we being charged with anything? Because if not, we'd love to get back to our hotel and decompress after what we saw. Take a bath, scream into pillows, that kind of thing.
We're not charging you. I just have a few questions. Nothing to stress about, okay? So what did you see in the woods?
This naked dude came out of the lake, and he was acting crazy, shouting weird shit at us. He must have been on something.
Unless skinny dipping at dawn is a thing around here.
Then we heard shooting. We ran into these psychos in deer masks. They were tearing into the naked guy with knives, like some kind of satanic cult. And then we bolted and called the cops.
Cara, esses dois que estavam lá no...
What were you doing at Cauldron Lake last night?
Aqueles dois que
I'm
estavam com a
alright.
lanterna.
True crime. We're here from New York, doing some research on a famous novelist, Alan Wake, who went missing here. I was down at the lake, getting some details. Perfectly legal.
What makes you say it was a cult?
The masks and knives aren't enough.
They were shouting, "Cult of the tree, the cult of the tree, cult of the tree." Oh, and then we found her. The whole thing was terrifying. That's all.
Acharam estão escondendo coisa aí, mano. Vão ter que levar pra salinha do interrogatório. Já foi na salinha do interrogatório? Nem queira ir lá.
The cult of the tree. What aren't the Bookers telling me?
I found their necklace. The symbol is 2 triangles.
The cult wants their spruce tree back, Tammy.
Finders keepers, Ed. My publisher will want this on the cover.
Tammy found something. A necklace belonging to one of the cultists. The Bookers were at Cauldron Lake. Why?
The fence was built to hide what's there. They say the rider fell in the lake.
Private party. No trespassing.
My book has questions. Past the bolt cutters.
They broke in for the sake of Tammy's book. Nothing to do with the murder. They were telling the truth.
CSI.
Finding a Casey movie lunchbox out here can't be a coincidence. Another message? Nah.
Isso aqui é... Aqui. Os bookers descreveram vários agressores com máscaras de cervo, entoando cânticos e enfiando facas no cara.
We're dealing with an organized group of killers, not a lone serial killer. The cult of the tree is behind these murders. This case just became much more complicated. I'll need to start a new file. But it's my first cult case. Exciting.
Casos de fundo acumulam pistas sobre assuntos mais abrangentes em andamento.
I need to know more about the cult of the tree if I'm going to shut them down.
Se estão escondendo os rostos, não se estabeleceram o bastante para operar abertamente em relação com a festa de cervo. Eu vou ter que ficar procurando provas aqui na cidade.
So you found something there, right? A necklace these cultists may have dropped.
Okay. Wow. How did you put that together?
It's evidence. You need to hand it over.
Eu sou o Sherlock.
Told you not to keep that thing to me.
Thanks. This could prove to be helpful. Do me a favor. Stick around town for now in case we have any more questions.
Like we'd even dream of missing dear
Oh,
Fez.
God. Saga! Saga Anderson. As I live and breathe. I thought we'd never see you back here after that awful, awful thing happened to your baby girl. How are you? I'm sorry. Who are you?
I don't know what you're talking about.
It's me, silly. Rose. You know me.
I don't think I do. And what horrible thing happened to my baby girl?
She drowned. Your daughter. That's so weird you don't remember.
How do you know I have a daughter?
Oh, I know what this is. You're blocking out your traumatic memories. Happens on TV all the time.
No. You're mistaking me for someone else.
If you say so.
Colar da seita. Aí, ó, o que eu achei. Ué. Vai aqui. Ué. Joias podem ser usadas como indicador sutil de filiação, mas isso aqui não é sutil.
Hey there, Mr. Deer. You remind me of a dream I had.
The Dream World.
I need a tool to get this open.
Tem nada aqui, só tá muito escuro. Mano, tem uma mosca passeando aqui dentro do meu quarto, mano. Então vamos botar uma música.
How can you be so calm?
Corpse is a part of the job. Can't dwell on it too much.
All set? My guys have Nightingale at the morgue if you're ready to go take a look.
Let's go. Well, Casey, I got a lead. Looks like we're dealing with a cult. The cult of the tree.
A murder cult. Fuck.
Have you heard of this cult of the tree, Sheriff?
Only the urban legend. If you're in the woods at night, the cult will get you. That sort of thing.
We're not gonna find out you're the Grand Wizard or something, are we?
I played some D&D back in the day. Wizard was always my favorite class.
Morning, Sheriff. Looks like you have some guests.
Ah, morning, Ted. Yeah, real important guests. Deerfest. Always draws a crowd, right?
Too true. More the merrier. Have a good one, Sheriff.
Hey, what do you know about that waitress from the diner?
Rose? Yeah, she's a bit of a space case. Always has been. Why? What'd she do now?
She kept saying that my daughter drowned. She even knew my name. It was all very weird.
Rose has a talent for saying the weirdest thing possible. But it's best not to take it personally.
Hey, boss. Corpse is downstairs ready to go.
Yep, in the morgue, all prepped.
I'd like to take a closer look as soon as possible. Lead the way, Sheriff.
Oh, this is the Bright Falls Sheriff Station. Anything you need, just let us know.
We appreciate the support, Sheriff.
See you around.
I'll be right with you,
Dá uma
sir.
explorada aqui. Aí, ó, a enxerida. Vamos mexer aqui.
Pay my ticket whenever you're ready to take my money.
Quem mata o café prepara mais.
No speeding happening here, I see.
Sir, some patience, please.
It won't open.
Agent?
Hello, my brother. Eu vou só dar uma vasculhada aqui no teu... Ele só peguei emprestado, daqui a pouco eu devolvo. Vamos ver o que mais tem.
As you know, the investigation is being taken over by the federal agents. Sheriff Breaker wants us to cooperate.
I am a tourist, and it appears that I'm lost in the woods. You've only had a tour guide, also. It's bear season. Oh no, a bear. Help.
So we share a morgue with the funeral home next door. It's a shoestring budget. I guess you guys don't have that problem, though. Our only coroner rotates between a few other towns, and he's away this week, but you can handle this, right?
I'm qualified to perform examinations. Yes.
Something about morgues. They always
Tudo tem que
cheer
ter
me
chave.
up.
Opa!
I can't say I feel the same.
Tem como botar a lanterna? Cadê a lanterna? Ah, achou. Caraca, do nada. Toma na cara, lanternada.
I can't get through this.
O jogo tá muito escuro.
Okay. Let's take a look at our patient. I'll start with the external inspection before performing the internal examination. What was the cause of death? What other clues can the body give me? There's writing on here. Can't make it out.
Writing?
Escreveram.
How'd they manage that?
Fizeram uma escritura no
The
coração.
body shows signs of being submerged in water post-mortem. It doesn't add up. This looks like text. A tattoo?
Nightingale didn't strike me as a tattoo guy. Defensive wounds. They put up a fight.
Uh-huh. They did leave something inside his chest. Time to see what Nightingale's body can tell us.
Vamos colocar tudo aqui só pra...
Nah.
Ué, não é que não?
Chest wound is cause of death, but the corpse is bloated, waterlogged.
Tá, vamos lá.
There's definitely something in his chest. Did the killers leave it there?
O corpo foi preparado, pronto para ser examinado. Espero que possa trazer resposta de verdade. Causa do inchaço desconhecida, tatuagens estranhas na pele e no coração. Uma página colocada na cavidade torácica. Traumatismo no tórax é claramente a causa da morte. Algo foi inserido. Tá. Tatuagem no corpo e no coração, como os assassinos tiveram tempo. Não faz sentido. E ter a tatuagem no coração do cara. Televisão.
It's the same type of page we found at Cauldron Lake.
Nightingale hunted Saga. Didn't see her. The Taken could not see into bright light. Light hurt them, made them vulnerable. Nightingale had no heart, but here he was, killing.
Someone's created a fucked up fantasy about us.
Hey, hold on. We found these kinds of pages. I didn't think they were relevant to this case. I have them right here. No, wait!
Sheriff?
What the hell?
Show me the clicker.
Didn't see her. Could not see into bright light.
I'll make you pay.
He's coming. No weapon. The page said to get into the light.
Tá com a lanterna. Cadê a lanterna?
He can't see me in the light. My gun's out in the hall. Gotta get it back.
Pega a pistola. Refúgios vão restaurar parte da sua saúde. Se você sair ou atacar de um refúgio durante o combate, ele ficará disponível temporariamente.
Gotta move. Now. Vanished.
Ele é só cantar uma música mesmo?
He didn't have a heart, but he still got up. The page predicted all of it.
Saga was back at Cauldron Lake. Saga
Eu acho que eu pulei. Mano, por que.
had to pursue Nightingale into the overlap. Finding a way in would be difficult. A ritual. Saga would learn how. Stop the monster.
Right before things got crazy, Sheriff Breaker just vanished.
Maybe the sheriff knew more than he was letting on.
He seemed anxious, like he dreaded what was coming. One more mystery. There's no rational explanation to what we just saw.
I'd love to blame this on mass hallucination caused by inhaling volcanic gas, but we both know that's bullshit. This was supernatural.
Well, I'm glad you were the one to say it. Now we can figure out a way forward. The victim of a ritualistic murder turns into a monster. Is there a connection?
Looks to me like the cult of the tree is performing rituals to create monsters.
Maybe. We need to start with learning this cult's goal, their purpose. A dead man turned into a monster. Light as a way to fight him. Pages predicting the future. There's no rational explanation. This is the case we must solve. Sure.
De acordo com a página, parece que Nightingale voltou para Cauldron. Vamos ver os casos aqui. Tá.
Keep trying.
The killers are usually the ones performing the ritual, not the detective. Acting out their sick fantasy. They may be trying to get you involved, forcing you into their twisted world.
Texto tatuado nas vítimas. Tá, esteja ali.
That's not right.
O assassinato dele condizia com o das outras vítimas. Por que elas não viraram monstros também? Ué. Eu não acreditarei se não tivesse visto com meus próprios olhos. Preciso me aprofundar nisso. Tem que haver uma explicação.
The page places Nightingale back at Cauldron Lake. Calls him a Taken. We need to head over there, stop him, before anyone else gets hurt.
Okay.
Must be locked from the other side.
We heard gunshots. Y'all okay?
Did you get spooked by the bodies?
Sheriff Breaker disappeared. Nightingale turned into some sort of a monster, and there are offices down. You two handle things here. We need to get back to Cauldron Lake immediately.
Fuck me. That's terrible. We'll do what we can, man.
Esses caras é tudo estranho daqui, hein?
That's crazy, right, Thornton? Nightingale's heart was missing. How could he do anything? He's dead.
Yeah, right. Well, that's all crazy talk. Monsters aren't real, and what do you mean the sheriff disappeared? Like poof? He's gone like magic? Magic's not real.
Magic's not real. Right, Mulligan?
No, Thornton. Monsters aren't real, and magic's definitely not real.
Knew that.
Vai culpar a gente agora?
They're a fine pair.
Hey, how you doing?
Caraca, tiroteio rolando na delegacia. Os caras tudo ali em frente de computador.
Nightingale and his cult are dangerous. We need to be prepared in case things escalate more than they already have. Can you call it in, Casey?
A smart choice, Anderson. Yeah, Agent Casey here. Yeah. We need backup. The Bright Falls case. Whoever you can spare. ASAP. Think we'll actually find Nightingale at the lake?
The pages haven't been wrong yet.
We can't assume the person writing these pages isn't playing us.
I
Essa
agree.
mulher tá escondida atrás do
But
poste
it's our
ali.
best lead.
Ai, que isso? Essa mulher aqui suspeita. km.
Rinse and repeat. Clock
O
out,
carro
get a
pode ser
beer.
usado.
Or maybe 3.
Será que eu tô deixando passar algum item aqui? Vamos ver.
I'm gonna take a quick look around. Meet you back at the car.
Did you check out the town, Anderson?
Just getting my bearings. Ready to go?
Wait. I need to come clean, Anderson. I know why Nightingale was here 13 years ago. He was chasing a writer, Alan Wake.
Tammy mentioned him. She's writing a book on his disappearance.
You know the detective character from his books, Alex Casey.
Yeah, I've heard the jokes at the office. Cold case Casey. Murder case Casey. Sorry.
Haha. It's the same name, similar job. It's the first thing anyone thinks of. It annoyed me, but that was it. Then, 10 years ago, I started getting strange letters in the mail. Fragments of prose describing murders. You've heard the stories about what happened in New York. Some of it, at least. Bodies started to pile up. It was a murder cult. Turns out the fragments sent to me were from the crime books of Alan Wake. The cult was copycatting the murders from the books. In their heads, they were performing a ritual to bring Wake back. Their imagined prophet. After that case, I started looking into Wake's disappearance on the side.
And you thought this case might be connected to him? His name does keep popping up.
I just wanted you to have all the facts.
Next time, give them to me before we find ourselves in the middle of a horror story. The page says Nightingale's in something called an overlap. Need to figure out exactly what that means.
I'm happy I'm not in charge of this mess.
Thanks. Let's start looking for Nightingale where he was killed. The writer of these pages knows what will happen. Because they're behind this, or because they can see what's coming. Impossible things are happening here. A world operating on different rules. I need to understand this strange logic. To see the clues. To solve the case. I've been thinking more about the cult of the tree. What sort of cult refers to themselves as a cult?
In my experience, they don't.
We're not seeing the full picture yet.
Hey, hello there. How are you folks doing?
Estamos bem, vocês que não estão bem aqui, ó.
Hello, Saga Anderson. Are you two supposed to be here?
I'm Ilmo Koskela. Fantastic to meet you. And yes, Stephen here hired me to show him through the woods. He's in town on important government business. Fixing this impressive piece of hardware.
I work for the FBC, ma'am. I'm authorized to be here.
And I bet you two are here about that murder. Nasty stuff. How's it going?
How did you hear about the murder, Ilmo? Do you know anything that could help us?
People tend to tell me things. The Koskela brothers are kind of a household name around here. Speaking of, if you're looking for some fun, stop by Watery. Just down the road from Bright Falls, there's our Coffee World amusement park. There's sauna ja vihta. And we offer a variety of guided tours, hunting, fishing, hiking, whatever strikes your fancy. You name it, we probably got it.
What is this thing?
It's just a monitoring station, ma'am. The Federal Bureau of Control checks volcanic activity and air toxicity levels. No need to worry, though. It's mostly for research purposes.
That's one gorgeous weather saga. Looks Nordic. I bet a family member made it.
Stephen, we're investigating a murder that occurred nearby. What can you tell me about your bureau?
Nothing that isn't classified, I'm afraid. But I don't know anything about a murder. Operations here are run by a different department. I'm just here to make some repairs. The wiring on this thing frays every couple months.
Yep, that's the raccoons. They grow real big here with teeth like you wouldn't believe. Can not run through a garbage can.
Não, como é que você não sabe de um assassinato, mano? A empresa te mandou aqui de bucha. A empresa sabendo que tá rolando coisas estranhas nas florestas.
My mother made this
E mandou o cara.
How do you know?
I knew it. My mom used to knit those sweaters for me and my brother. Watery, my hometown, was founded by Finnish immigrants. So between your name and the sweater, I figured your family might be from Finland too. Suomi, Finland. Pulla, Karjalan piirakka.
Close. My mom's family is from Sweden originally. I don't know much about them beyond that. The sweater's just something to remember her by. Well, I need to get back to it.
Indícios claros de adulteração. O sinal foi de... Ah, isso aqui. Aí eu já vi.
Let's get to the murder site, Casey. A lot of things about this case keep bothering me. But one thing feels really off. Breaker's disappearance. I don't get the feeling Nightingale was responsible.
He was about to give you more of those pages. Something didn't want us to have them? Or was protecting him from Nightingale? Spontaneous combustion? I don't know. Not the kind of disappearance we normally solve. Our crime scene's drowning. I never minded rain. Feels like home.
No sign of Nightingale. But the page did place him at Cauldron Lake, in an overlap. So how do we follow him there?
Maybe something around here will tell us.
Monsters? Overlaps? Rituals? What do you make of all of this?
The killers are usually the ones performing the ritual, not the detective. Acting out their sick fantasy. They may be trying to get you involved, forcing you into their twisted world.
But with dead men coming alive, the word ritual starts to have more weight behind it. We need to look around. Learn what this ritual is. After we find Nightingale, what then? I've never arrested a monster.
I've watched you arrest plenty of monsters, Anderson.
You know what I mean. Monsters. Light worked against him at the morgue. That might be the only way to stop him from hurting anyone else. We've seen this symbol before.
Good eye.
Aí. Algum tipo de assinatura? Será que eles queriam que esse corpo fosse descoberto ou é só uma marcação aleatória? Se você não sabe, nem eu. Olha a cena do crime.
Bare feet. Nightingale. I'll see where these footprints lead. Can you comb through the crime scene one more time, KC? Just in case?
On it. If anything comes up, I'll radio you.
Ué. Essas pegadas não estavam aqui antes. Tá. Aquele cara passou aqui. Isso não tá legal. Esse aqui eu volto pra... Ué. Aqui eu não tinha vindo antes não, hein? Parece ser um...
A lunchbox again.
Cadê a lancheira?
Who's leaving these out here?
Ah, achei. Sei que as coisas podem ficar um pouco malucas por aqui, mas se você sentir medo, lembre-se apenas de que Alan está tomando conta de nós. Vamos ler isso aqui? Mid me falou hoje que a família dela está de mudança. Que chato. Eu ainda nem falei que gosto dela. De que adianta agora? Ela disse que os pais querem achar emprego melhor e botar ela numa escola melhor da cidade grande. Acho que faz sentido. Quem quer ficar na merda... Ah, isso daqui é... Se quiser ler, só pausar o vídeo lá antes lá. Como entrar aqui? Tem. Tem o que aqui? Tem nada aqui. Ué, tem nada aqui dentro? Me perdi.
The tracks lead into the water. Where'd he go from here?
Mano, do nada esses bagulho aparece, cara.
A presence. Nightingale isn't far. What is that? Seems like it's reacting to the light. These aren't the same tracks that were here before. They're headed into the tree, not out of it. My flashlight burned the dark stuff away. It was covering another page.
The fuse was in place. Saga stepped into the witch's hut. Inside, a bright light. There were objects that stood out to Saga, as if the light had manifested them.
The witch's hut. Okay. I trust the pages to lead me to the overlap.
Agora vai aparecer bichinho aqui pra nós matar. Ó. Eu não duvido de nada. Quer ver? Ó. Não apareceu. Alguma coisa tá aqui. Ó, 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 ó.
This is the witch's hut.
É aqui dentro? Deixa eu ver. É aqui, eu acho que é aqui dentro.
The page described the hut being lit and mentioned a fuse.
Do lado de fora. Mano. Aqui morava a bruxa de Cauldron. Eu tinha que só olhar ali o negócio e entrar aqui dentro da casa de novo. Não. Ué, mano. Bota as luzes para funcionar.
Anderson, thought I saw something in the woods. Probably just a deer, but I'm gonna check it out.
Okay. I found another page. Following up on a lead. Keep checking in.
Roger.
The fuse box is missing a fuse. I need to find one to turn on the lights.
Tá. Pra onde eu vou achar esse fusível aí? Oh, por que tu desligou a lanterna? Será que aqui dentro? Agora vai aparecer alguma coisa pra me pegar aqui? Não. Nada, nada. Encontre o fusível nos arredores. Deixa eu vir pra cá então. Não. Pra cá. Ó, não.
This fuse is busted. This one looks good. People should really stop littering, though.
Agora vai aparecer o bicho. Pega a pistola, filha. Ó. Alguma coisa vai acontecer, mano. Eu tô esperando.
Another page.
The image of the witch in the sign. Saga addressed the witch. The smudged line on the heart. The second part recited from memory. I brought you the heart, witch. Show me the terror. Saga pushed the heart through the hole in the sign.
Tá, então esse vídeo vai ficar por aqui. Rapaziada que assistiu aí, obrigado por assistir. Volte sempre, não esquece do like aí e do follow aí que vai dar uma ajuda legal. Próxima parte eu vou só semana que vem, cada semana eu vou postar um vídeo. Ou essa semana mesmo eu posto um vídeo, mas não do mesmo jogo. Posso postar de um jogo multiplayer aí que eu quero testar. Então valeu e tamo junto, até mais.